Hello, I want to talk to you today about standards. When I talk to a lot of different singles, they often talk to me about their standards. Well, Dr. Jones, these are my standards, and this is what this person must meet these standards, or it's a no deal. It's a deal breaker. Well, here's the problem with standards. Standards are something that we personalize and we develop solely to meet our own needs, which means that if you're looking for a person in a certain weight class, then you're probably not willing to compromise if the person is a little heavier. Or if you want somebody that's tall, dark, and handsome, if they're not over 6 foot tall, perhaps you won't give them the time of day. The problem with those standards is that it box you in and keep you from expanding your view and opportunity to find someone new because you're simply focused on a certain look, a certain social class. And all of that's good, but you have to understand that nobody has to live up to those standards but you. Those are your standards. No one signs up for the standards that we create for ourselves. So if you are trying to be in a meaningful relationship, instead of focusing on standards, perhaps you consider preferences. An example would be, I prefer someone who makes 6 figures a year. But if they're only making $90,000 a year, you have to consider the upward mobility that they can eventually get there. If you want someone who has a certain body type, yeah, that person may have a little fluff on them, and that's cool because together, you and that person working out, they can get the body that you think that they'll be best in, which is still crazy because you best not say that to anyone because you have to accept people the way that they are. Instead of creating these standards that box you out, perhaps consider the preferences that will make it more inclusive for you when it comes to dating. There are far too many singles, far too many men and women over the age of 35 and 40 years old that are single, and they will often say, I'm single by choice. Unfortunately, in some cases, you're single by force because of the standards that you have set for yourself. That's that non-negotiable stuff. I'm not willing to compromise. Either they have this or they don't have this. And ultimately, what you end up not having is someone to spend meaningful moments of your life with. I didn't want to take up a lot of time, but I want to get over here and share this so someone can process. Instead of the standards, consider preferences, because if you prefer for them to have a full hairline and they're going bald, maybe they can just wear a hat like I do. I don't know what those standards that you have preset for yourself, but I also don't want you to make it so difficult to where you can't be in a meaningful relationship. Until the next time, please take care, be the best version of yourself.